What's up, guys? We're here at AMC Town Square with Chasing Cinema.
Mr. James Shoe.com,
and we just got out of Murder on the Orient Express.
Yes, a movie that we've highly been anticipating. Don't worry, everyone there behind your keyboards and behind your phones. We're not going to spoil anything. Maybe we'll dabble into spoilers a little bit towards the end, but don't worry, we'll give you fair warning. Last week, me and you talked about how pumped we were for this movie. You know, Agatha Christie releasing this novel in the early 30s, way before Clue and all that stuff, kind of gives us the
Is Clue also Agatha Christie?
No.
Oh.
But I mean, it's kind of, you could definitely find the inspiration in Agatha Christie mystery novels into Clue, though mystery has been, you know, part of literature for quite a long time. But you know, the famous train murder is quite popular. There's a really great escape room out here, an escapeology that is based on the Orient Express. Very, very fun.
Nice.
I'd recommend it. But nonetheless, a lot of great talent, a lot of big people.
Every big star.
From all different franchises and all different types of walks. A mystery that we were all looking forward to. What did you think?
You know, Chasing, I was on the hype.
It's never good when he says my name.
I was on the hype train.
Yes.
Huh?
But you weren't all aboard.
No, I definitely wasn't on board. You know, just honestly, 5 out of 10. It wasn't good, wasn't bad. It was just boom, and the train just kept on going and going and going. And then the reveal, you know, obviously we need to find out who the murderer was. And at the end, for me, I found out the murderer. I was just like, nah. I didn't get pumped, dude. I don't really have anything to say about it. I don't have anything bad or good.
Yeah.
It was slow.
Well, let's just kind of break it down by character, though. Did you find any character? Did you have a favorite character?
Nope.
Did you dislike anyone in particular?
Kenneth Branagh, probably. I found his the mustache annoys me. It kept on reminding me of Johnny Depp's other movie, Mordecai, which was horrid.
Awful, yeah.
But at least this wasn't that.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know. Just yeah, I didn't care for any of the characters.
Okay.
But yeah. I still love Penelope Cruz. That'll never change.
She kind of, I felt like she got slighted more than everyone else. Felt like everyone else had a little bit more of a presence than she did, but she did play more of a laid-back character. I'm kind of the opposite. I thought this movie was very solid. I didn't love it, but I think this movie surpassed, I mean, while I was really excited for it, I think I was really satisfied. Maybe not getting everything that I wanted, but I was happy with what I was presented with. I think, first off, the first thing that I noted was just how beautiful this movie looked.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, when we were outside of the train, as far as the camera work, I mean, the setting, everything looked really beautiful. I mean, they get it shot really, really well. And I think they use the very small setting of the train very cleverly. Like, for instance,
they did.
When we find out the murder has happened, we take this bird's eye view above the train and we don't get to see anyone's face. And I thought little things like that were pretty stylistic. This film was also directed by Kenneth Branagh, the star of the movie, who I actually thought was really good as Erkili. I thought he was charming, I thought he was charismatic, and I think he was kind of the one light character that we could kind of bounce back to, being a little bit strange and kind of funny. I think Michelle Pfeiffer was really strong in this movie. Nowhere near as presence as she had in Mother, which we saw recently, but I think she is good in this movie. She takes on quite a role. Everyone, I think, does quite a good job here, but I think the major drawback is when you have this amount of characters, it's hard to kind of really give them some depth in this short amount of time. I mean, granted, it's a 2-hour movie, but that's a lot of characters in that amount of time, and I don't think everyone gets their full depth, and some of them just be kind of, you know, are just kind of the stereotypes that we see in the trailer. But overall, I was quite happy with the movie. I think it's, while I think pacing is going to be a major issue for some people, I found the pacing to be on par. I think the beginning could have been cut a little bit. I wanted to get on that train a little bit faster. But once we were on there, once we were trying to figure out who done it, and this very classic who done it, I was on board. I was interested. I was trying to be engaged in what was going on. And for the most part, I had a good time. So.
That opening scene, though, you're right, though, almost, I don't know if this is the right word, but it really is kind of useless.
At the Wailing Wall. Yeah.
You didn't even need it.
Yeah.
Like, you could have not even had that entire 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And then just started it with, hey, we need you to go here for this train. And then,
because, granted, they wanted to establish the fact that he was the greatest detective in the world, but I think at the same time, you know, from the trailer, he literally says that, where I think you could just kind of take that information.
And just had it right there.
And because every character is like that, could be summed up by like a name, like the Duchess and all that thing. I think the moment he said he was a detective, we would have bought what he was doing no matter what. But I think it's you know, more for the ending of the movie and the resolution, but still I don't think it really worked that great.
You know, too, I think for me it was unmemorable, the characters. I can't even tell you, now that you just said the Duchess, I can't even tell you any of their names.
Yeah.
And there's so many of them, you would think that at least one or two would stick with me. I'm not even just saying that. I don't think and I just got out. I don't think I can tell you any of them.
No, I think that's fair, but at the same time, you know, I mean, with everyone's different dialect, and I think it not it's supposed to be so easy, but no, I could see that because I don't think I can name everybody.
The missionary. That's all I know.
Yeah.
Only because I like her.
But overall, I think if you're into mysteries and whodunit, but you're looking for something fast-paced and something a little more action-heavy, this isn't it. I think this is more of a cerebral movie, a quiet thinker, and one I think you'll find to like. I don't think many people will love it. I didn't love it. I think there is some flaws in timing and maybe just the lack of depth, but at the same time, with that amount of characters, it is hard to do.
Yeah.
But I did think performance-wise it was good, and cinematography I think is the most memorable thing to note here. Want to hop into spoilers? Do you have anything else?
No.
Okay, so from here on out, we're going to be talking about spoilers. I don't think we're going to go crazy in depth, but we're going to probably reveal who done it, and we're probably going to talk a little bit more about that. So if you want to stop, please do join us next week.
It's gonna be crazy.
Justice League, I was about to call it the Dawn of Justice. That's Batman vs Superman. Justice League next week. Make sure to join us here at AMC at 10 o'clock. Spoilers. So, you were disappointed with the
I have nothing. I don't even really, honestly. I'll let you talk.
Okay.
They all did it. Okay.
So you didn't like that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Surprisingly though, me, Kent, and Shu were all right because we all had our picks, and it was funny because we kind of had the moments where all of the ones we picked were like the main one though. At the beginning, Josh Gad was like, "Oh, he's the one who did it," and then it was Riddley for a moment, and then it was Michelle Pfeiffer, and then of course they do reveal that it was all of them, and you know,
if anyone was more right, I guess you could say Kent, because she's the one that
she was the one that's ahead of it.
This whole thing.
It's kind of a trope now, you know. I mean, we were talking about Clue. I don't know if it was on or off camera, and how the ending reveals that everyone was a part of it. And you know, there are so many more mysteries now where there's more than just one person. And I think that's attested to the fact that we were talking about just kind of leaving that twist or leaving this a surprise that if you did have a character, you're like, oh, it was Josh Gad, oh, it was Michelle Pfeiffer. You're left to a surprise and there's a twist. I agree that. While I didn't mind it particularly, that it didn't feel as satisfying had it been one person, and we have this really great moment where we reveal, or at least two people, when we thought it was Daisy Ridley and her friend. I was like, okay, this is kind of interesting. But nonetheless, I didn't mind the ending particularly. But I thought, if anything from the ending, it was definitely more about Kenneth Branagh's change of letting this injustice go. And I think that was a pretty interesting theme to explore, but I think people are gonna I think some people, like you, wouldn't be such a fan of the ending, where they might hop off and everything that happens after, they're gonna kind of feel already disappointed and just not wanna digest it. There was something else that we were talking about that I wanted to
Sequel, Kenneth Branagh, they basically said the Nile. Which is
the Bloody Nile, which I think, you know, possibly will be made. I think that from what our turnout, I think that this movie will probably do well. I mean, I know it's not everyone, you know, some people aren't into movies that are kind of dated and, you know, more period pieces and things like that. But I think everyone likes a good mystery, so I think this movie will do pretty well. It's up against Daddy's Home 2, which I don't know if it'll beat, but maybe we will get a sequel.
I don't think so. I think the word of, I believe this opening weekend, I don't doubt the opening weekend will be good, but I don't think the word of mouth is going to carry.
Yeah.
And I don't think people are going to be saying bad things. I just don't think people are going to be pumped.
Yeah, no.
To get people to say, you gotta watch
make a sequel.
Which is what,
and to be honest, I don't think you would need a sequel. I think this was fine. I think it was a good revisitation of a classic novel that was made in the 1970s, I believe, with Jeff Bridges, which I've not seen, and now I'm going to seek out and to see how that one was done. But I've not read the book. I also was telling you guys that I really wanted to read the book before seeing this movie. Then I was like, I don't want to spoil the ending. And from my understanding, the book is not different. So we were just talking with someone who had who read the book, and she said that they all did it. So obviously that's not changed. But But I'm interested in seeing the more in depth that they probably go with each character, which we didn't get here.
I love it. 7 days from today,
we have another movie with a bunch of characters.
A dream come true for me, dog. Like literally a dream. The first time I watched Batman the animated series, the first time I watched Superman the movie, the first time I saw Batman the movie, I never thought we would ever get on screen all of these suckers.
Yeah.
And it's finally going
all
down.
those suckers.
I'm pumped, dog.
Are you not even a bit like kind of nervous though?
No.
That's good though.
No, not at all. I think I'm just a true fanboy. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go in, I'm gonna love it.
Kent, do you think James is gonna like it more than he liked Murder on the Orient Express, or not? That'll be the question of the week. Will he like it better than Murder?
Gosh, if I don't like it better than Murder on the Orient Express, I'm gonna jump off the building.
Just like Batman vs Superman, though, you know, if someone would have told you.
Oh, I was so let down. Oh my
But
gosh, I wanted
hoping,
to start crying.
You know, I've been talking to a lot of people who watch a lot of our videos, who I thank all of you for always watching our stuff. They're like, Jake, you just seem like you're not gonna like it. You already dislike
yeah,
it.
he is
And
negative
that's
as
not true.
crap, and it makes me sick.
And to be honest, if I could want anything, it's a good Justice League movie. So I will be the first one to be happy to announce that they did it. And after Wonder Woman, which is the last DC installment that we got, I would hope we're going in that direction. So I'm going to stay positive.
Did you see Ben Affleck's enthusiasm toward when they asked him, "Are you going to do another one?"
No.
He's like, "Oh, we'll see what happens." Oh.
Well, like that can't be a shock to anyone. I mean, Ben Affleck's
Yeah,
reaction
but
to
do
this
it
is-
after the movie comes out, dude.
Well, we'll see. You know.
Anyway.
I don't know. I'm hopeful for that movie. Also next week, Wonder comes out, a movie with
Julia Roberts.
and
No one's gonna watch that movie. Jacob Tremblay.
Tremblay, thank you. From Room, who I was actually really
The movie
impressed
looks
by.
good, but no one's
I
gonna
do
watch
want to
it.
see because I'm really impressed by him. But yeah, two completely different movies. I'm sure Justice League will dominate. But Wonder, you know, everyone who wants to go to the movie and have a good cry, I'm sure Wonder's going to be it for you. But either way, we'll be here. We'll be reviewing both of them. And if you're not doing anything next Thursday, I don't know why you won't be here for us during Justice League.
Hey, even if you have no interest in Justice League, here's the reason why you gotta go. It's events.
Good people.
It's just an event, dude. Like,
Great fun.
you can't miss this event.
Popcorn and soda. Can't go wrong. Hot dogs, pretzels, anything you want. It's a good time, good people. I promise
you're
you,
there.
you won't regret it. That's true, and you're there too. And if you don't know, because you're on my channel watching my movie reviews, this guy over here, he has a whole channel dedicated to helping people, making their lives better. You know, I'm telling you what movies like. This guy's over here trying to teach you to have a better life, how to make some money, you know, how to take yourself to the next level. So go check out this guy's YouTube channel. Also his website, shoemjames.com, where you can find out a bunch of good stuff and what he's doing, more of his events.
Outside of me, though, chaseism.com is known as
The Film Lovers website.